Hiya, is in higher healing vibration. Cosmic Cat here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being present. This is an inner child reading, and please take what resonates for you, leave behind what doesn't. Before I read June 9th, I must say that the whale card had to be shown and to be seen. Whale energy, the frequency. Look at this. I typically always begin my readings as higher, as in higher healing vibrations. Let's raise our vibrations up. Look at these vibrations going into the water from the whale. The whale has this beautiful, huge heart, comforting, loving, always supportive. We also have the symbol, the spiral. If you've been seeing spirals in meditations, during ceremonies, anytime in your life or in your world, maybe even in a rock or a crystal or a stone, definitely there's something to the 369 method that has to also go with everything in the world being created out of sacred geometry, and sacred geometry being extremely important and vital for us to understand that is where we that's the creation. That's how the world was created. And if you see here, there's these crystals. So I'm feeling some Atlantean energy here, perhaps even Lemuria. Yeah. This beautiful energy grid, crystalline energy grid all around and going beaming straight up into the sky as it goes right through the well. Live as a fully conscious being. Be fully conscious and aware. You can call upon Archangels Mary and Hools to help you at this time. Man, the whale energy has a level of love and joy that's just beyond human comprehension. It's just hard for us to comprehend. But you can feel the whale love and the whale energy so deep when you have your own moment and time, whenever whale energy comes to you. So being of the water, Mary, Archangel Mary pours the blessings down while Archangel Hools sends the blessings up. And this is this is like below the Bermuda Triangle. So we're also talking about a triangle here. Triangles, frequencies, sonic waves, mathematics, geometry. Wow, Archangel Metatron's coming up. Perhaps it would be wise to work with him also if this is resonating for you. But your soul, this card is showing that your soul mission is to maintain the divine blueprint for our oceans and hold the vibration of our planets. Okay? The whale energy brings conscious breathing and asks to give birth to live babies so that they can understand maternal love. They have sacred wisdom, whale energy. It is a feminine energy. It's also a card of mastery. So I needed to share that because it came out twice. I shuffled the cards twice, and yeah, it was still there on the bottom. So this is on the bottom, surface level. Look at me going out of order. I think I'm feeling that full moon already. We have it coming up in a couple of days. Today's the 9th. Let's go ahead and read our affirmations for the inner child for June 9th and see what we have. Okay, so June 9th. It is all about comfort. Look at that. It goes hand in hand with this well energy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. I can calm my own fears. Sometimes the child within me sits straight up in the dark, terrified, unable to sleep. Every noise is frightening. Worries that seem overwhelming fill the air. When this happens, I know what to do. First, I make sure she's surrounded by soft warmth, perhaps some stuffed animals or a big pillow she can hug. Then I soothe her body with warm milk or hot chocolate. When she settles down, we can talk. I know something is bothering you, I say, and it's important enough to keep you up at night, but we can talk it over in the morning, see what's wrong, and work on ways to solve the problem. Right now, it's important to get to sleep and be well rested for the day ahead. This is your special time to relax. Together we lie down, snuggle in the pillows and blankets. close our eyes, and drift off to sleep. This is really beautiful. So in the very beginning, when it talked about air energy was coming up when I was reading about the whale, when I was feeling the whale energy, because we are in Gemini season right now, which is of the air. Okay, but this watery energy is coming in, and actually, I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it's raining outside right now too. So there's this water is cleansing. It's really cleansing for all of us. Okay, maybe perhaps check and see where a water sign is in your chart: Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay, it may have something to do with this, but this is you calming your fears, calming the fears in your belly. This is more of emotional fears, okay? So your mind is also part of this inner child, but your inner child energy is in your belly, okay? So a yellow stone, placing a yellow or a tiger's eye, some sort of stone on your belly, your upper chakra or upper abdomen and your lower abdomen, to help you work on this energy, making sure that you are safe, making sure you can know what's important, kind of putting being motherly to your inner child is what this is. Comforting your inner child, like maybe you didn't get this growing up from your mama, or your dad. Maybe this wasn't something that your guardian could provide for you, and it's neither right or wrong, good or bad. It just is. So this is important to embrace as well. It's important to know that it just is. And everything does happen for a reason. You chose your parents long, long ago to help you with these things. And any struggle or tough relationship you've ever been through is all part of your journey. It's all part of learning and growing. Sometimes we're stubborn and we don't really want to hear from others what they have to say. And sometimes we think that we hear what they're saying, but it's not resonating. It's not really sinking in or helping us transform into the being we're meant to be, to move toward our life purpose. This does. This is you standing up for your inner child, also connecting. This, as much as this is comforting, this is comforting your inner child, there's a connection, a deeper connection you have with your inner child, because you are starting to communicate on a daily basis with him or her. And that is of utmost importance, to tap in and ask him or her, what do you desire? What are your needs today? Ask what their needs are. But also, whenever you're trying to sleep and your inner child is rambunctious or wanting to play, or, anything that is your body isn't really ready for at the time. It is always important to maintain the driver's seat and to let your inner child be heard. You did that by having some hot chocolate, by soothing and calming the nerves of the belly of your inner child, and just letting your inner child know that you're there, you hear them, you acknowledge them and recognize them, but it's time to bed, it's time for rest. And then we will talk about it in the morning, and make sure that you stand by your word with this and do talk about it in the morning with your inner child. Calm your own fears. This is, profound, because many people, do not really, it's unfortunate that so many people don't do this or don't feel their inner child. Sometimes maybe never connect to their inner child while they're on planet Earth. But again, perhaps that was their journey all along. So, and there's that water, the cleansing of the soul, the cleansing of. And so it's important to focus on yourself. This is not selfishness or self-centered, but it's important to focus on yourself and not others or what others are doing. Don't try to go out and save the world with this information that you've learned right now. It's important to keep it close to you, close to your heart. Be sacred with it, because right now you're learning, you're feeling, you're experiencing, and this is of utmost importance. Takes priority over any of that. Sure, if you want to share something here or there about an experience or little bitty tips, you know, like nuggets that angels drop for us or our spirit drops for us along the way, or our ancestors, those who walk the earth but do not anymore. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Make sure you're going with what you're feeling and you're not allowing your ego to take over control. Okay? Or your inner child take control. You want to work with your inner child and work with your ego and honor both. Your inner child has, you know, if you've dealt with addiction, if you grew up with in alcoholic families or drug abused families or environments, then there's probably a lot of pain and a lot of layers to break free from and move and release and shatter within your relationship to get to your inner child. There's a lot of layers of the onion to peel back in order to get to that root, to have this beautiful relationship with your inner child, and just know to where you're communicating with them, but at the same time it enhances your intuition, your inner gut, inner wisdom, what you eat, what you drink. You're going to actually start to care more about your body, what you put in your body, and what you leave out of your body. It's going to become sacred for you and more important than anything else that you've ever done. Yeah, and maybe time to also get in the ocean. If you're able to see a whale, or if you've seen a whale recently, this is a clear affirmation for you. But there's something of the water. You can also just take a bath or a shower. I actually took a bubble bath last night, and oh my gosh, it was very interesting because I felt like a kid again, you guys. I'm no, I'm childlike, but I'm not a child anymore. You know, I'm well over my 30s, and so not that 30-year-olds take bubble baths, but I don't even remember the last time I took a bubble bath. And I was really doing it because my body was aching. It was Dr. Teal's brand, and it had pomegranates. So I was feeling that high priestess energy, that fertility, abundance, bringing that in. And I don't know, it's like bubbles came to me a few days ago of a bubble bath, and then it might even have been a week ago. But then just yesterday, I was at the spot to where I could get it. Well, look at this a foaming bubble bath, and it's like Epsom salt based. So I love that. And I had a wonderful time in the bubble bath. Okay. So you're never too old for a bubble bath. I'm just saying, I'm living experience of this. It felt good, and it also really raised my inner joy's spirit. Something else recently that I felt to do that I haven't done yet, but just came up a couple days ago. I'm sure I'm going to do it. But there was like this urge within me to go outside and roll down the hill. Like, what? And I do remember doing this about 6 years ago. Again, I still was out of my 30s at that point, but but I did do this. It was like 5 or 6 years ago that I did that, and it felt good. I think it was actually right before I turned 40, because you know they say you're over the hill, and it was a group. We were a group of friends, and by me doing it, encouraged others to do it as well. So then other adults, even other friends, we got up there at the top of the hill and just rolled on down. We were all at the park, and it was a really good fun experience to do that. Yeah, I'm giggling because I'm reflecting back. And I must have been meant to share this with you for you to also get an idea and examples of how you can embrace your inner child and get a little bit closer with him or her too. Whenever those weird feelings come about of, you know, I think I've said this before in the reading, you know, if you're if you're checking out a gas station and you see this ring pop and it's like eyeballing you and you keep looking at it, well, that's what your inner child's wanting. You know, break the norm, break the norm, the normalcy, the cycle of like, you have to be this way. No, you're an adult, so you can't do these things that you did as a child. It's actually very, man, it's joy. It's absolute joy. And why would you want to take joy away from yourself? I don't know why any of us want to take joy from ourselves, but I find it to be, I'm the type that I don't really think about a lot of, I don't, kind of like the Queen of Wands energy of embracing and being unapologetically you, breaking the societal ways, which is many people are doing this now. So many people. Let's see what we have to help you along with this. Animals. Look at that. Yeah, being around animals are very important for you, especially to help you with your comfort, and to getting closer, to also knowing, how to have a conversation with your inner child, going with the flow, surrendering to the process. This is all something that is of importance. We're going to pull, this is it. The Three of Bolts. You are detoxing. You're getting rid of some things. Somebody here is actually listening to this and they're following it's resonating. We have a full moon coming up in a couple of days. So this is like speaking and getting out toxicity, releasing. So perhaps your throat chakra is enhanced at this time. Maybe you are you have a lot of fire energy. And look at this, you're also releasing stars, like space. You're releasing all of this smoke and these bolts, this passion, energy, dream, motivation, releasing it into the air. And perhaps as above, so below. As above, so below. We have Eight of Pentacles. Here you're getting creative. You're getting very creative with your Eight of Pentacles, grounded, writing. Maybe writing an autobiography is in your chart, perhaps. But this is you have all of this, you're surrounded by a beautiful group of friends, beautiful group of children, just energy, family, they're family, whether they're blood related or not, they're family. And it's like the sun is still up, but it also could even be looked at as a moon giving off rays, really, because it's like twilight. It's at dusk. Is that right? Dusk? Yeah, I think dawn is in the morning and dusk is at night. Yeah, so you decide to just walk away from this group, this love, this family knit, because you know how sacred it is to have your individual time. You and your inner child need time together. And you also need time for your higher self, for your ideas, dreams, goals, wishes, your artistry. Perhaps you're actually down here creating you're creating a drawing, sketching, but you're happy. This is joyful. This causes you happiness. And it's okay to do this. This is something that is encouraged, to have your solitude, your time alone. Yes, you will end up going back with your family and connecting with them and sharing energy with them as well. But for now, it's important that you maintain your stability with yourself. And this needs to go on forever. This is infinite. This is something that is meant for you to completely do on every cycle at all times. No matter any death and rebirth that you go through is not persuaded by this. This is something that asks you to be consistent. If it's your birthday today, I will recommend that you check out the birthday reading because it goes with this. Having consistency, routine, not backing down. Let me see what these, before we go. So I kind of feel like when I first looked at this, I felt like, oh, you're releasing and getting out all of this flame and fire that's been raging inside of you. So throat chakra. So someone here is probably experiencing this, where your throat chakra is like, finally opening up. And when it opens up, you're speaking your truth, your authentic truth. You're not holding back anymore. You're able to clear the air by releasing what you've been holding on for so long. And this is the year of the serpent and the snake. So it's all about letting go of what doesn't serve you, not keeping that energy within. Now, on the flip side, again, I saw space. So I felt like this is alchemy in a way of you knowing that you are part one with the earth, with the world, with the sun, Thoth, Ra, however you see this, however you feel the energy. It's like you're actually releasing into the world. You're a part of your power in a way, a part of your passion, motivation, energy. Maybe this is for you on another level. You're a life coach or you're wanting to be one, but this is, fast moving, heated, energetic, inspirational jolts. Yeah, I mean, and you're looking right here. So I feel like this, so if we follow this way, as far as comfort goes, comfort is animals, getting connected with animals, getting connected with earth. These are all, this is a clear affirmation to enhance your comfortability and to get in tune with your inner child, to also maintain the relationship in a healthy manner, to learn the boundaries of when it's time to go to sleep, when it's time to wake up. Learning boundaries, it's all it takes is communication. That's all we have to do. And here you're doing this with the help of the courageous wolf and the peaceful dove in the full moon light. This may happen in a couple days on the full moon, June 11th. You're going to gain this passion. Now, so the bolts are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and they are the passionate beings. They hold that element of fire, and this is perhaps what your inner child is wanting you to do. For many of you, it's like, yeah, I need you to communicate to me, or I need you to communicate to this person how they treated me, which is in effect also in essence you, so that they are aware, so that you can release it. Releasing and letting go, this happens sometimes. In order for you to fully, completely release it and let it go, and for it to not be part of your life, your day-to-day, it's important for you to voice it and speak your authentic truth to the person, and then move on. And then move on from the situation. Not necessarily just cutting ties. Sometimes that's necessary too. It depends on the plane, on a lot of different, how in tune is the person that you're going to have a conversation with. Yes, we don't know the future, but yet we have our intuition and our gut and our guidance. And if our gut is saying it doesn't really matter what you say to this person, they're not going to listen to you, then that's what is, they're not going to listen, or they're, they're still hooked on something, so they're not even in their sound mind, something along the lines of not being irrational and not able to comprehend or have an adult conversation. When you're in those instances, it's time to just walk away. There's no point in speaking your truth, because you already understand and know. There's no point in you wasting your time, is basically what this is. Now, to some, it may be of importance. You may feel that it's extremely important to voice how you felt and how you will not allow it anymore in your life. And you are standing up for yourself at this time because it's necessary, because you didn't do it before. You're gaining your backbone, your authenticity, your true realness, that instead of people pleasing, or instead of taking and holding all the energy in that doesn't belong to you, that are projections from others, you're actually releasing it and letting it go, and letting them know how you feel, and you don't share the same feeling. And also, if anything happened to where feelings were hurt in between, you share that as well. And then you're writing about it. So because that's something with your inner child of like, he's not going to want you to not going to want you to, hold on to that. No, writing about it helps. And you can even write about it and then burn those pages in a bonfire to as another avenue of releasing. But this is all about you expanding, following your intuition, your gut, your inner child, and creating this beautiful relationship with him or her so that you can explore, move forward in your life and continue to, no matter what cycle you're in, remember to journal, to write, to do that creative flow with your hands, whatever it may be. Maybe it's crafting, maybe it's cooking, maybe you're a chef. Maybe there's other ways that you are passionate about that when you start doing these things, your artistic ways about you, that you're just, but this is, I really feel journaling is a key here for many of you, okay? So Three of Bolts song, this is a Grateful Dead deck, so I want to tell those deadheads out there what the song is for it. So the Three of Bolts is Mississippi Half Step, okay? And the Eight of Pentacles, or Eight of Bears, is Saint of Circumstance. So skill mastery, alignment, success. Yeah, that's wonderful. You're in the flow. You have the love. You have the work. This is the message I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment below how you feel, what part resonated for you. Also, if you've seen a whale recently or what animals are drawn to, maybe you have something planned for the full moon, that would be great to share and give others ideas as well. That's how we collaborate. We're all in this together, and we all have our individuality as well that we hold and can bring to the table to help unity, bring unity to the world and togetherness. Okay? Also check out the angel number card and the animal spirit for the day. Thank you so much. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.